Good morning, everyone. This wonky schedule is like really getting to me. Alright, not much to announce. Everybody who's on Twitter last night saw the mail call, so don't really need to say a whole lot about it, except kind of excited for the books I got. Wretched Bastards, by the way. First book in the Wretched verse, and I've had that one for a while. I just wanted a physical copy instead of just an electronic. And there are a couple more books along that particular line that I'm looking to get. The good thing about the Red Rooms books, they're inexpensive, they have a great concept, they can go across all kinds of genres, and they do, and they're a lot of fun. I recommend them, I really do. Pretty good stuff. So, everyone knows what today is. Straight Tarot Tuesday, and I picked up straight up tarot deck. Just the old Rider-Waite. Why? Because it's reliable, it's simple, much like the Red Rooms games. Reliable, simple, it just works, and it has a great concept. Although, one thing I will say, there's one thing I would change about this deck, and it's that backing. Jeez, it looks like it belongs more on a kilt than on the back of a card. I'd probably give it that air cushion texture, sort of like a deck of playing cards, but that's just me. Probably would result in the cards becoming a lot thicker and a lot less easy to, a lot less ease of shuffle. Anyway, I need to get down to this because in about 30 minutes, T-Shirted Historian's going to have Avenger Satanis on, and I want to watch it. So, I want to get all this thing done for you. Oh, by the way, tomorrow's Rune Casting Wednesday. Going to be using the new runes. I hope you'll turn up for it, because used them once already for Eric's birthday reading, which went really well, so hope you'll stick around for it. So, what are you like today? Queen of Cups in reverse. Not really examining your emotions today. That and the why is what's important, because I don't know, we haven't seen it yet. Sorry, my sinuses are kicking my ass today. I woke up with them like that. Probably because the air's so dry, so anyway. Not really examining emotions, you're not really paying attention to them. We talked about that last time, but I want you to notice something. The cloak that she tends to wear tends to just, if you notice, it blends right into the water. So this is like emotion riding on your back. But the question of why is what's really kind of escaping me at the moment. That's one of those things I really want to know, is usually the whys. But it looks like we're descending a little bit into vice as well. So, watch your vices today. I don't care whether it's coffee, the occasional smoke, smoke of a different kind, doesn't matter, watch them. So, with that being a warning, let's see what's going on in the mind. Starting with the world. But then you've got a Three of Cups. There's a lot of cups here so far. Now right now, all of your elements are together. You do kind of have your stuff together. But let me show you something. Mentally, you have it all together. The important thing is keep it together, because you're not thinking there's a lot to celebrate here. On top of that, you're having some trouble moving on to something better. And I wonder, what past hang-up do you have right now that's kind of keeping you back mentally? Because if you let that happen, it's going to affect you physically. It's probably even going to affect you spiritually. So let's have a look. Right here in the body, a lot of reversals. I'm talking a lot of them. You're finding you really have no choice in the matter? That your decisions really aren't yours right now? Could be a good problem to have. Because it is time for releasing burdens. Let me tell you something. When decisions aren't left up to you, one of the things I've found, lay back. Especially if they're stupid decisions. If they are supremely dumb decisions made by someone else, then the entire screw-up's going to be on them. I know you're catching a lot of the flack for it. You know, you're the front and center, you're the one that has to answer for it at times, but I guarantee you, eventually the other person who made the dumb decision, that's the one who's going to have to, they're going to have to answer for it. And I know, right now, there is some deception going on. That I can definitely see. But there's also inclination and attachment. With that Page of Cups up in reverse, this is where you're having trouble letting go of the control. And guess what? Whenever you're looking over someone else's dumb decision, they're going to face plant pretty epically, and you could put it all on them. All the responsibility is going to be on them. It's not going to be on you this time. And guess what? Some people need to suffer. I've actually, for some reason, I thought this while I was brushing my teeth and getting ready. Sometimes people have to suffer the colossal consequences of their stupidity. You cannot protect them forever. Otherwise, they don't learn. And some people, they make really dumb decisions. The whole thing comes crashing down on them. You can leave all the responsibility on them. Some people just aren't gonna frickin' get it. But you should not let that affect you. At least minimize that as much as possible. So, spiritually speaking, looks like you can rest assured. Little temperance is in order. And then you've got that Two of Swords. So, this should be a load off your mind. Speaking of load off the mind, if you go into YouTube, historically they do have some videos from a musical act called Dr. Steele. And Dr. Steele, and I'll quote him, during one of those said, "I'm crazy. It's official. There are charts and graphs and everything like that, so it must be true. And it's a real load off my mind. Because if I feel like getting on all fours and barking like a dog, well then so be it. I'm bonkers." However, while the decisions involved today are not yours, and looks like they're causing a little chaos. That's why I said watch your vices. You know, if you need to step out for something, that's fine. Just don't do it too often. And if you're doing something kind of harder at work, that's not exactly a good thing. Don't be drinking before work. don't be getting that smoke of a different kind before work. Today, get your work done. Save it for the end. Anyway, and that's where our temperance comes in. Because you're going to need to mitigate some things. If the dumb decisions are yours, you really do need to look over them. If the dumb decisions are from someone else, you do need to throw in some advice. Get to the point, make it concise, show why. Show the why. That's what this whole thing's been doing right now. Showing us that why to the Queen of Cups. Why do you have vice entering the picture? Why aren't you really in control of your emotions? Why aren't you examining them? The whys are right here is because they've left some pretty epically dumb decisions to someone else. And in some cases, those dumb decisions, they are ones you're making. I can definitely see both of those. I see dumb decisions made by someone else. I see dumb decisions made by you. Now, the thing is, you're not going to be protected from the consequences of them. Those are going to have to be learning experiences. We haven't had the Five of Cups pop out, which is surprising. But if you're exercising a little temperance, you're actually going to be okay, because we've got two things going for us. Number one, this Nine of Swords, or Four of Swords, I'm sorry. Four of Swords, no, I'm misreading that. Because Four of Swords upright is rest. This is unrest. If the dumb decisions are made by someone else, you're not going to need to really carry these burdens. You can kind of refuse to do it. Or you can lay those burdens down on someone else and be like, okay, listen, I'll do what you ask, but if any heat comes down on my head, it's yours. I will be bringing it to you. Are we understood? Very simple, very direct, because you don't have a lot to celebrate here. This collaboration is not working, so you're going to have to temper that somehow. You're going to have to go to a very deep spiritual place to do it. Now, any decision you make is going to be kind of like a little bit of damned if you do, damned if you don't. So my advice in all this is take it up. Take it up the chain as far as you can. After that, don't worry about it. Try to distance yourself as much from it as you can, as possible, but don't spend your time worrying on it, because either way, let me put it to you this way: if a decision made by someone else is allowed to stand, it wasn't your decision to make, and you just got to make sure you can do everything you can to mitigate the stupidity. So, in closing, let's keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum today, because I see a lot of it. In fact, the first cup I laid eyes on here with this particular card, I'll show it up right. First cup I saw was that one, the one with the snake. You know you're going to get bit. Don't reach in there. Alright, and yeah, I completely misread this one. I initially thought it was the Nine of Swords. It's the 4, but it's in reverse, so we're not getting a lot of, we're experiencing a little spiritual unrest there. And we're probably even undergoing a little bit of a crisis of faith. If you're having that, it's time to kind of take stock. A lot of it's going to be damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let me tell you something, the spiritual and the practical tend to butt heads at times. Today is probably going to be one of those days for you. But, like I said, mitigate your risks and go from there. You're going to be just fine. Try to lay the burden of of encomiums down at the the person making the dumb decisions' feet. Likewise, if you're the one making stupid decisions, it is going to be laid at your feet. Okay, so word to the wise. Just try to get the work done. Try to do it as intelligently as possible, and try to be efficient. Especially efficiency with your time. Because the one comfort you can take in all this is you do have your shit together. But the outcome of today is going to bring it even more together. It's going to make sense of a lot of stuff, and you'll most likely see something that you've done in the past. You can draw on your own experiences. And that's why I said demonstrate. Okay, I'll do it. But if I do it and this occurs, you're taking responsibility, right? Or if I do this and this occurs, this is going to be my fault. That's a potential outcome. Simple trend analysis. Just do that today. All right, I'm out of here. So I love you all. Oh my goodness, it's like clock on the TV stopped. All right, so I'm out of here. Love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you on High Notes for the single card pull. Always do what lights you up, and as always, despite how you feel today, shine on.